Hi guys, welcome back. We have Titans versus Bulls happening right now. Titans has so Shantanu on Ravi. Looks like there is a strategy shift in Titans. Ravi resets to Adil, resets to Anita, resets. Looking at Adil to reset. Amazing to Ravi again. Ravi on the line. Ravi has Shantanu. Great pivot. Great. Great D by Shantanu. Sorry. Great D by Shantanu. That was good call. Tuni setting offense. Andrew on Tuhen. Tuhen has great D by Ravi on Shantanu. That was a comeback. Don't tell them that you're running.
Stack up!
Ravi with a great pivot and to Adil to Anirudh. Vidula and Anita on D. Back to Ravi. Ravi's looking at long option and resets to Adil. Adil has an open choice which he didn't take. And there's a call there on fast count. This coming in from stall 4 with Ravi coming in. Adil resetting it to Ravi. Shantanu on Ravi. To Anirudh. Excellent reset by Anirudh. Anirudh looking at long to. Nice grab by Ravi. Who's looking at long, deep shot. There are two of them, but a great grab by Anirudh. And that's a score. Assist by Anirudh and score by. అది అయితే ఛాన్స్ లేదు అదే that was a point made by Core 24. Amazing to see them early in the game. Four 1-0. 1-0 to him, giving some instructions on the offensive play. To be good to see if that materializes. It's also always good to learn new things, and who better to experiment than Tuhin on the O line round. Ravi with the pull. Ravi pulls it, and it's a break. Tuhin called for a break, forcing back, and the defense is adjusted to that. Great run by number 7 Dhwani, by number 1 as well. Good reset, great reset by Shreya, and great score on the score. Great point by Titans. They are playing. Oh, there's a call on the field. I think there's a call on Tuhen by Ravi. I think it's a travel call. So this is with Tuhin again. Ravi forcing backhand. Tuhin to Shantanu. Great reset by Shantanu. All the time in the world. Ah, that was a bad drop by number 1 on Titans lineup. He's hoping to get that back. Oh, again a bad drop by Bulls. Titans in position. Tuhin is setting up the offensive play. Forcing back is the call. And that should be a score. And the score is 1-all. That was some intense point. Good to see Titans coming back from a defeat with a new gameplay which is working for them. The score is 1-all, and we should expect this to be a close game. Nairud, వాడిని ఎలిమినేట్ చేద్దాం న్యూట్రీ చేద్దాం after Tara and Abhi on the sidelines looking at strategy from Bulls. Tara is walking back. Abhimanyu is giving some instructions to Bulls. Abhimanyu is walking straight through camera. Tara just moved. Abhimanyu is walking, and walked.
Presented by.
So Bulls start on O. Tuhin has the disc. It's 1-all right now. The point. 1-all right now. Tuhin with the pull. It's a good pull. Tuhin is saying, "Arey bahar gayi ichha," and Adil can walk to the line. Cut. And then I don't see any cuts. So Nitin is trying to cut, but he's walking. And that's a great D by Dhwani. That was amazing D by Dhwani. Tuhin is setting up the offensive play. Tuhin is setting up the offensive play with a great upline, and that's a grab by Shantanu. That's 2-1 to Titans. Great play by Titans. 2-1 to Titans. I think they have looked at their shortcomings in the previous game, and they have improved significantly in terms of their passings. There was a lot of gameplay and teamwork in those previous 2 points that they have scored. And we have class of 19 prank Madan on the sidelines, not doing anything. Lost FIFA match. It's a waste of time that they flew him and resources. Now we are starting. Tuhin is calling the line. Tuhin has the disc. He's going for the pull and he called the matchups. And there's a call from Titans to Titans. And that was a hammer pull, looking to get some contact, which didn't happen. Ravi to Adil was the first pass. Adil is looking from deep shots, but centers it to Ravi. Anita is looking at some deep cuts and clears back to Adil. There's Nitin there in the picture. Nitin with an incidental contact. He's not calling it out. But there is a turnover. Great D point. Great defense again by 8. Frank थोड़ा पीछे आ. Frank थोड़ा पीछे. Charanya కొంచెం వెనకాలరా. Centers to Tuhin. Centers to Tuhin, but that's an accepted foul by Adil. He hit Tuhin while he was going for the disc. There's a call out on the field. I think he's okay to continue. Just an impact. Gentleman. Gentleman. Tuhin with the pull, and that was a difficult grab. And it's a turnover again. Disc is back with Bulls. Who's getting the disc? I think it's Ravi who's getting the disc. Shantanu on Ravi. Ravi to Adil. Brilliant reset and looking at brilliant intensity from Shantanu to Adil again. Nayoga. Uh, Stalled out. It's a stall out, so this goes back to where Tuhin was.
Pushing line.
Tuhin wants an empty field to play with. He's setting up a diagonal side stack towards the break side. He's banking on the power of Shantanu or Adil to come and get the disc. Let's see how his strategy turns out to be. Adil. Oh, great grab by Shantanu. That's it. That worked out the best for them. Great strategy. I think the score now is 3-1. Score now would be 3-1 to Titans. Titans with some remarkable gameplay.
కింద టైమర్ అనే ఆప్షన్ ఉంది అది పెట్టేసి అంటావా చాలాసేపు ఎంతసేపు అయిందన్న ఐడియా లేదు లేబుల్స్లో టైం అని ఉంది ఆ టైం దగ్గర ఎంత టైమో పెట్టి వదిలేయాలి అంతే కదా షో టైమర్ పెట్టాలి అంతే
So 12 minutes done and 8 minutes left, and Bulls have gone for a timeout.
ఓకే ఓకే అప్ కౌంట్ డౌన్ కౌంట్ కనిపించింది పెట్టేస్తాం +60 +10 +1 అంటే టైమర్ యాడ్ చేయవచ్చు ఎంతసేపు ఆగింది
The gentleman is very disappointed. You will
ఓకే డన్ డన్ చేసేసి అన్న ఎంతసేపు అయిపోయింది
స్టార్ట్
ఎంతసేపు
చేసాం 10 కి స్టార్ట్ చేసాం
నాకు ఐడియా లేదు బేసికలీ
ఇది వదిలే నెక్స్ట్ మ్యాచ్
లేదు నెక్స్ట్ మ్యాచ్ కాదు హాఫ్ టైం తర్వాత మళ్ళీ పెట్టొచ్చు కావాలి
హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ పెడదాము.
ఇప్పుడు బేసికల్ ఇంతకుముందు 15 minutes ఏదో ఉందన్నావు కదా ఒకసారి చూసావంటే పెట్టేద్దామని
రిజల్ట్ కావాలంటే వాళ్ళు వేసుకున్న టైం 15 కూడా అవ్వలేదు. వాళ్ళు వేసుకున్న టైం
చెప్పు ఓకే పెడతా
13 minutes. 13 minutes done. 7 minutes to go
7 minutes ఉందంట ఇంకా
in this half.
ఓకే
I'm calling on Mamta Bhatia, who has vested interest. Mamta Bhatia, can you come for commentary? Come. Who has vested interest in this game?
స్టార్ట్ అయిందా స్టార్ట్ అయినట్టే కదా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్న టైమర్
So we have Mamta Bhatia, who's Tuhin's
girlfriend.
Tuhin's wife since last 1 year and 2 months.
Surya, how bored are you? How many less words do you have to say that you called me?
Mamta Bhatia is an expert Frisbee defense player, and she'll help us in adding more color to the commentary. Tuhin with a ball pull, which ended out.
Yeah, try to be really unbiased during the game, so go Titans.
And Bulls has the disc. But Shantanu with a brilliant mark, and Ravi breaks that mark and passes to Adil. Adil is looking at Ravi. Adil is looking at Anita, who receives the disc and gets it to Ravi.
Nice.
And Shantanu tried to look at Ravi is trying to look deep, and Abba has the disc. And Adil collects it. Adil has the disc. Looking at Anita, and that's a drop by Bulls. That was a good play initially. I think four of the 6 people touched the disc on the line. But unfortunately, it's a turnover, and Tuhin, being the lone handler of Titans, go walking to the disc.
He was usually a cutter in all games.
Yes. And looking at number 9, that was a great reset by number 9, and that wasn't expected. And that's a score. That's a brilliant point by Titans. Titans look fully recharged.
Titans
4-1.
4
Yeah. Titans look like a fully recharged team from the last game.
And it's quite evident in the sidelines as well. So last game the sidelines were completely silent. At least this time they existed.
Yes.
Is that a slight dig on the Titans?
No, that was
యూట్యూబ్ లో వస్తుంది అన్న డైరెక్ట్ యూట్యూబ్ లోనే ఉంటది డైరెక్ట్ లైవ్
మన పేజా మా పేజా
ISB లో నడుస్తుంది
That's like fully rejuvenated. Tuhin is looking at who's on the line. Not able to see clearly. Edge is catching up. But now he's trying to predict with additional 20 feet of distance. Now he joins the line. Everything is set. Tuhin with the pull, and Ravi the disc to Adil, to Ravi. Looking at to Adil. Pujit is a surprise package who came online. Shantanu on Ravi is a brilliant matchup. That's working really well for Titans. To Anirudh captured it. To Ravi. Ravi got it, and Anita is looking. नहीं होगा यार.
slight crowding.
Brilliant upline and up gets the disc and that's the score. That was a brilliant play. Shout out to Shantanu. He's giving his all on the floor. Marking Ravi is not easy, and he's been doing it on Savage.
It's 2 and 4.
We'll let you know the time remaining.
4 minutes 20 seconds.
We have about 4 minutes remaining. Titans are at Titans are at
China
3
China అనిపించేసి
Ravi, first half or
points,
second half?
5,
Second half.
2
రోజుకి
points.
2 వచ్చాయి కదా ఇంతకుముందు goals.
And Titans are 2 points down in the first half with about 4 minutes remaining. Nani? I said coach.
You said Titans.
I'm so sorry, guys. I am not under any influence. Bulls are 2 points down. The score is 4-2 to Titans. Four two, and that's a brick call.
Titans 4.
Oh, that's not a brick call. That's very surprising. Okay, yeah. That's a brick call from Tohin. He's getting the disc to the center, and I think Nishant is on. No, Nishant is on Pujit and Ravi on Tohin. He's looking at Vatsa, almost grabbed it. Vatsa is looking long,
Very
and
nice
that's
goal.
where
Oh my god.
there's a collision there, and everyone on the sideline is calling foul except for the player who was fouled.
I think he's just hurt.
And Adil, knowing Adil, he'll definitely call foul. But this is not Adil, this is Rajiv.
The person who got the foul is not a person who complains a lot.
Yeah, Rajiv is a very soft chap.
Considering the fact that Frisbee is a non-contact sport, it's interesting how many
Contacts have happened
yeah.
in the first game. First game was, I mean, if you have the full recording of first game, we should probably just send it to WFDF to see how not to play Frisbee game.
Do you want to tell everyone the full form of WFP?
World Federation, Disfederation, or something on
Yep.
those lines.
Sounds about right.
Injury is not time stop, but they are changing the rules as per the will. But it's fine. We are at ISL.
అలా ఎంతసేపు ఉందో ఒకసారి అనుకుంటా అది అది తప్పు చేంజ్ చేయాలి మధ్యలో మనం ఆపింది ఆపలేదు అసలు టైం అంటే
Time.
లాస్ట్
Just
టైం
two more.
2 more minutes ఇద్దరు కూర్చోను
All right, there is a consensus there now.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ 2 minutes
2 minutes to go, and Shantanu will have the disc. That was a contested foul, so the disc went back to Shantanu. And Shantanu is circling to Tuhin. Tuhin grabbed the disc. Pujet is trying to grab the disc. I think he's a co-handler. And Shantanu got the disc. Shantanu is looking long, but he's looking at also Tuhin. Tuhin got the disc. And he had a idea of a backhand. And he said Bahana ye throw, which means he doesn't have a throw there for all the South Indian listeners. And that was a close call from Shantanu. That was full. That was done well. Unfortunately, there was no grabbers at the end of it. Ravi got the disc. And I think there is a change of mark there. Now Tuhin is on Ravi, and Shantanu went to Shantanu went to. Oh, that was a risky game, and that was. There is a mismatch there, and Tuhin is looking at a hammer, and that is a turnover.
Did you check?
1 minute. 1 minute to go in
Bulls
this half.
has the disc. Again, 1 minute to go into the halftime. Nishant being co-handler, and
Anjum.
Shantanu moved to Anjum to Hin on Ravi. Let's see how this works out. Gets a beautiful upline on Nishant. Nishant is unable to release. Nishant should pivot there, but he's not. And that's a turnover. Nishant will have a earful from me after the game. Two people on one person. And there is Charles. And Anirudh is up. And wow, that's a grab by Shantanu. Shantanu was the man of the first half. Brilliant D's. And there's a call from Anjum. Let's see what this is about. It looked like a legitimate grab from outside. Mansa tried to grab it, and then there was Shantanu who had the presence of mind to grab it. And we'll see what the ruckus about this call was.
Who's the person?
Anjum had a call. He's asking for perspective. Abba giving the perspective. And that's a score. That brings us to halftime, guys, and the score is 5-2. Titans leading by 5. Someone from the organization committee tell them that it's halftime. The Chetu, who's a sexy boy, telling them that it's halftime. I think it's a 3-minute halftime. What worked out the best for me in this game was how Titans came out with multiple game plans. Earlier, it was just Tuhin looking at Shantanu deep, but in this game, Tuhin is looking at using all of them as co-handlers, and that worked out for them. And Chantanu's work rate on defense and offense has been amazing. It was a great fun to watch, and all the six people on the line are having a say on the outcome of the point. That was also great to watch. Titans look rejuvenated. Bulls have to figure out something during the halftime to come out against the Titans gameplay. Let's see what the second half holds. As we know, Bulls have been ahead in the first game, and they lost to Nizams in the last couple of minutes. Let's see how they deal with trailing during the halftime and get ahead during the game.
Live, live में
It's a good opportunity for Bulls to
I had added
redeem themselves.
Exactly. That first game loss might have been tough for them, but it's a good opportunity to find the character that we would require to
Win such games.
win such games, such tight games when you're on the back foot. That's when the character shows. Let's see what Bulls are made out of.
every time. Whenever you take a break, we should do this.
So right now it's a 3-point game.
Just a quick reminder that the commentary on this live stream is brought to you by ISB Radio Club. We are happy to have enthusiastic commentators for different games as well. So, if you feel like you are passionate about a certain sport and would like to commentate on any game through this ISL season, please contact the ISB Radio Club.
Also, a huge shout out for the current radio club who's getting live commentary onto the games, and also a shout out for class of 20 who have initiated the live stream for ISL. Given how tough it was back in the day, I mean, I don't know. This feels like an entirely new generation with uh, great cameras and great craftsmanship. Co20, shout out to Shreya Jain, who abused me personally during the break. That we were the first batch to start the live streaming. Shout out to her to get that started, and right now we have just taken it to another level. So shout out to both the clubs, class of 24 radio club as well as class of 20 sports slash ISL club.
So Surya, from your experience on the Frisbee games in the last 3 years, which has any team particularly been at the top of their game every year?
So it changes uh, every time. Sorry. So last year was a whitewash of sorts. There was Ravi and Pani
The same team?
in the same team. That was across 23 and 22, and they won the championship.
Mhm.
Uh, but this year looks like a very well balanced teams. Titans are missing Anand Jha and some other folks due to injuries, and Hurricanes are missing some key players due to injuries, as well as Bulls. But this year, I expect the competition to be much more closer than what it was during the previous couple of years. All right, we are back with the second half. Ravi has the disc. Titans on offense. Ravi is calling the marks. So that's Ravi, Anjum, Anita, uh,
Adil
Abha,
and Abba.
and I'm sorry I can't get the name or the face right, but that's the six on the line. And Ravi with the pull, which went out and Tuvin called for a break. That's Dushyant. Daulat.
Daulat Yadav.
Yeah, that's Daulat on the line. Tuhin with the disc, Ravi on Tuhin. Tuhin has a great backhand, and Ravi allowed the backhand. And the reset has been great. And Shantanu being a co-handler with a newfound role. Back to Tuhin, resets back to Tuhin. And that's a big call called. Raging Bulls sideline is coming to the picture with the cheers from the sidelines. There's a big call, as I mentioned earlier. Pick is when you are obstructed from being with your person by either by your team or the opposition team. Ravi is forcing backhand, and it's a great pull. Unfortunately, not in the same wavelength as number 9. That resulted in a turnover. Adil has the disc right now. Ravi with the disc. Adil to Ravi. Abba, Ravi with a hammer. That was great. And that is a bad turnover by Bulls. That was there for the taking. That could have put pressure on Titans. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Daulat with a back turnover. And that was a great. And the score. That would have hurt the Bulls much more than it should have. That was a great put by Ravi. Unfortunately, they couldn't convert that. And they are 4 points behind Titans. So we are 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes into the second half. There's plenty of time to go, and it's a 4 point game advantage Titans. It was amazing to see Titans come out of that defeat. And I'm not sure if Bulls have called out for a timeout, but they're taking the time in setting up the line. They didn't call for a timeout. They're just taking the time in setting up the line. I think they just have to relax a bit and take their grab their chances. They can't afford to slip anymore in this game. There's a change on line. There is Anirudh on the line now instead of Daulat. Anjum and Anjum. Great grab, and they're progressing the disc.
Come in, Ravi. Come in, Ravi.
Adil and Ravi with the disc. Nice by Anita is a great reset handler. Looking at Anirudh, looking at Adil. Adil is looking at long shot, and Anirudh got it. Anirudh is looking at Ravi to grab it, and that's a score. That's great confidence exhibited by Anirudh to make that throw. It's an OI. It's not an easy throw. OI on forehand to Ravi, and hopefully that should kick the Bulls off to come out of this conundrum which they made themselves into. Right now, it's a 3 point game in favor of Titans. मैं क्या बोलूं? तो उसमें बोल दे मैं तेलुगु में बोलूं तेलुगु में बोलते क्या हो गया तेलुगु ऑडियंस भी तो होगी हमारी चार तो लोग हैं परेशान हो गया सिर्फ हरिकेन्स वाले देखते हैं I'll have the same reaction for Hindi also, so please speak. Alright, there is a slim vocal support for both the lines right now. Titan starting on O, Ravi with the disc, and that is a break called by Tohin. Pujit being the co-handler or the second handler. Adil on the line, what's on the line? That's to Tohin's liking. Two extremely fast sprinters on the line. And they have Dhwani as well, who's amazing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Adil getting the intensity and Anjum just losing it. And great throw by Shantanu. That's the presence of mind. And then Shantanu is looking at. That's a great D by Anjum. He looked nowhere near Shantanu, but he caught up the ground and did a great defense. Now it's Bulls' point. Bulls on offense, Adil with the disc, Ravi with the reset handler, Vidula, Anita, Anjum, and Anirudh on the stack. And a great D by Shantanu. लास्ट ईयर खेला फुटबॉल गोल्ड में हराया था उसको हाँ तो हम जीते थे फाइनल हम एक बार नहीं हारे बट इज एन अमेजिंग फुटबॉलर ही रिमेन इज अ ग्रेट प्लेमेकर बट इसको डिफेंस पे खिला रहे हैं हाँ हम भी डिफेंस पे खिलाएंगे तू हम भी डिफेंस पे ही खिलाएंगे हाँ क्योंकि मैं मिडफील्ड में बहुत लोग करेंगे एंड वी डोंट हैव अ डिफेंडर मैंने जैसे जर्मन है इस साल मॉल में क्या मतलब है अभी शुरू ही नहीं हाँ फुटबॉल था ना आज मॉल में फुटबॉल है ना All right, there was a call. All right, I think that was a call that was resolved. I think it was an accepted foul. Shantanu had accepted and looking at and a grab. And that's a score. So it's a 2 point game in favor of 2 point game in favor of Titans. I think Tuhin is right to call out Adil as well as he's asking Bulls also to calm down on getting the contacts down. Tuhin called for a timeout, so we have about 3 minutes of time.
So it's
Ain't time.
7.5 minutes done in this half.
That was my ISB management skills. ISB, that was my ISB skills that got. Yeah, like mic akkada unda. Yeah, I think they can hear all of us. It's a timeout, guys. There was some amount of resistance from Bulls in the second half. They have cut short the lead, but they have a 2 point lead. Titans have a 2 point lead on Bulls. I think they have changed their gameplay. Shantanu was on Ravi in the first half, and Shantanu is taking the long, deep cuts right now. And I basically think it's a great spirited game. Tuhin calming his team down and asking Adil to calm uh, Bulls down so that it's played in great spirit. Titans have lined up and waiting for Bulls to line up. Adil has the disc. Bulls have their starting six on the line. Adil has the disc. Adil, Anita, Anirudh, Anjum, Ravi, and Vidula with the disc. Adil is a great pull. Hopefully it stays in, and that did stay in. That was great to watch. Again, it's a long shot, and Shantanu with a great grab again. Anirudh looking at Anirudh, but applying to Tuhin. Tuhin got it. Tuhin with an upline, and Dwani with a great try. Dwani with a great try. She had it. Frank starting on sidelines like, do you want to stop? Injury. 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 Injuries. Injured. Turnover. Turnover. Tuhin got injured while marking. I think this concrete is not good for health. People should keep the football outline as outline.
Earlier, the concrete used to be 1 feet higher. That was more deadlier. Now,
Yeah, that was more detail, but this is not good
not
anyways.
right.
I think people should just adapt to football outlines.
Even when Dhwani tried that pick, it was
It was
dangerous.
very close. Yeah, very close. Frank Madan, the official ACL tear player that ISL has, is advising to him. Unfortunately for Tuhin, he doesn't have many subs who he can rely on to go out. Titans are looking for a point.
Abhi clear.
It didn't affect the play. It didn't. It didn't. Prank our ACL expert who had two ACLs in two consecutive years was advising to him one, one hernia during our year. He was the star FIFA slash football player during our year.
I mean, which one of that did Tuhin have right now?
Twin had both. Alright, Tuhin with the disc. It was brave of him to not take a sub and continue playing. Let's hope it's worth the effort. Yeah, 2 point up and Tuhin gets the disc, of course. Forcing forehand. Adil is forcing in forehand. Adil, but he broke it. That's great. Rama with the disc. Rama with an upline to Shantanu. What's to Tohin? Tohin to great, great by Shreya. And Adil is a super absorber. He's getting everything that is thrown at his hand. Adil is he's not injured. He's just enjoying himself. I think. Fell on his back. He fell on his back. वो लेट के हंस रहा है शायद. He'll be fine. It's just an injury impact. He's a footballer.
Commentator needs some empathy.
I think he'll come out with a push-up from his end, knowing Adil. Adil is touching his back only to come up with a push-up. Neymar. Adil doing a very good Neymar imitation there right now. Neymar is out for 2 years, guys. He is going back to Brazil.
Guys, comment feedback about the commentary.
Please give me your feedback. I would love to listen to it and not consider it. हाँ ये क्या है क्या Adil has ice on his lower back, which Vats and Dhwani are putting it.
See, ice is like that.
Meanwhile, Pujit and Ishan are doing some throws.
Actually, the point that ऐसे कैसे salt ice लगा दी?
Looking at the time that Adil is taking to actually.
I think they
get
should
up,
just sub him because it's been 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But that's call for Bulls to have a sub.
While Madhav takes his seat in the field, sitting like he's about to have his dinner.
Madhav कौन है? हाँ, Madhav is yeah. I love Madhav. Madhav had an empty bottle in the previous game. He was roaming around with empty bottle, empty Whiskery bottle. Right now he's in the middle of the field.
Trying to get every last bit of water from it. Right now, the
Adil
game
looks serious, guys. On the serious note, sorry if that came across as
insensitive.
insensitive. It looks serious, but I hope it's not. It didn't look serious in the first attempt, but he's still struggling. So
Titans can't afford his injury to one of their star players in
Yeah.
multiple sports.
more than Frisbee, they would want him off for football, which is
In 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks. I hope he gets back stronger, and I don't think it would be an impact injury. I hope to see him back on his feet tomorrow. Yeah, right now it's good to see him some movement.
You don't
Trying
understand.
to get up by himself.
Yeah, and the cheers all around.
Every time she'll go, she'll come back with like.
It's good of Bulls to not call out Titans during this time. They had at least 1.5 minutes and leading and trailing by 3 points. नहीं होगा 3 points. Three down.
3 down.
And because of that,
3 point game.
Ask them.
Ashish and Siddhi scored a piece.
Tuhin with the pull. Adil with almost a drop.
He used to walk around so much.
Adil and Ravi handling. They are looking at Tuhin on Ravi. Ram on Adil. And a score by Anjum. Finally, so it's Bulls have a breakthrough. One wrong step from Shantanu throughout the game, but he deserves that given how much intensity he has shown through
Back to a 2 point game.
30. Yeah, back to a 2 point game, but Shantanu has been amazing throughout the 15, 18-minute game that it was.
And it's about 11 minutes 30 seconds into the game, so around 9.5 minutes to go.
Yeah. Tell them 2 point game. You lead by 2 points. Ravi with the pull, it bounces and Tuhin grabs it. Ram with the disc, Ram to Tuhin, Tuhin grabs it, Tuhin looking at Shantanu, foul call accepted by Adil. Ah, good look by Tuhin, and unfortunately it was not a good pass. Dhwani has been an amazing addition to this second game. Vizla is looking to go deep. So is Anjum. Anjum is also going to go deep. What a brilliant D. That was an amazing D by Tohin. I think it's the tired legs that is coming into picture. Amazing. That is a great point. Tohin with a great D and a score. It's a 3 point game again. That was all Tohin.
Tuhin apologizing to his teammates that he's shouting a lot, but if he's single-handedly getting points for his team, I don't think his team will be
His team is
complaining.
not minding it one bit. I can assure you that. These are all professionals who are competitors.
A lot at stake at ISL 2024.
Yeah. These are the two teams who have lost their first games and they are trying to make it right. And there's a 3 point difference with 6 minutes to play. Again, as we saw in the first game, anything can happen, but Titans look like an entirely different spirited team, charged up to the occasion. Ravi with the disc, Ajay with the half call, and that's a brilliant. Yeah. Such a fuck all drop.
It's an unfortunate drop from
Daulat,
Daulat. It was a beautiful ball by
Ravi.
Ravi.
Now Daulat stock up and get the D point. But a shout out to whole Titans team. They look like an entirely different unit. They're working as a unit unlike the first game. And that's what you can expect. Amazing upline again by Code 24, number 9, 8. Chance ही नहीं है.
Akshat Chopra.
Number 9.
No, number 8. Number 8. I think you saw 8.
उस पे कोड 24 इज फीमेल्स
और सिर्फ दो फीमेल.
सब लोग म्यूट पे देख रहे हैं.
Apparently that is number 8 and that's a turnover. It doesn't matter because Prayank Madan had class of 20 and 19 he missed it because of two injuries, unfortunate injuries. One being hernia and one being ACL. Ravi looking it up and Ravi! Ah, that was a fake throw. क्यों?
यार मेरे लिए डिमांड है चैट में
क्या है?
मेरा नाम बुलाया गया चैट में नो नो दैट आई डोंट दैट इज द ओनली थिंग आई डोंट हाँ
आजा 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 कम क्या माइक कुछ नहीं है
माइक नहीं है
Oh, I think it's a one more turnover. There was an additional commentatory request.
Avichal, I'm there, bro.
And there is Ravi with the dish, Ravi with a hammer. And aye! That was a contact, could be a foul. Let's see what Shantanu has to say. That's an accepted foul.
Then that's a point.
I think sidelines should not comment, but
Point का था ये.
should be a point.
But if they're asking perspective,
Then I go unleash. So then that becomes a problem for you.
Anjum, you can
I
ask
don't know,
perspective.
Like, we all have to have fun. At the end of the day, everyone should go back home happy. आज बच्चे होती है.
हाँ, first impact was off.
you are inside, yeah.
Anjum, wait. What does he play? Football. Very aggressive.
Of course.
I am just looking for him not to fight with anyone.
Yeah.
He's generally very aggressive. Yeah, I tell him honestly.
खत्म होने तक उसके बाद कर दे.
We both are classmates.
क्या
कौन?
बोल?
Yeah, I think about together for the
Bro, that is
fourth.
genuinely not the way. Tell you why. Everyone, I'll tell you what happens. Every time everyone asks everyone to go back, then while watching the game, so that we are trying. That we are answering every time. Yeah.
Alright, that was a uncontested foul. Anjum has the dish, but it was outside of line.
Give and go!
And he scored.
Where was he in the whole game?
Time down. It's a 2-point game again. Bulls with 6 and Titans with 8.
I'm like put it in the links and Instagram also, bro. Only then people will see that video.
Time.
I'd gone up to top. Yeah,
So I went and spoke to the person who taught me how to play.
1 minute.
yeah.
But sir, last game.
Alright, it's a 2-point game with 1 minute left.
Not at all. Bro, one person, I was alone.
There's a change on matchups. Tuhin, Adil is taking Tuhin. Adil is taking Tuhin. And that's a great turnover. They have to look. Aye! And that's a bad turnover.
Chaitu!
Right back, let's go!
She tried to go with two hands instead of
It's
like
a
one hand.
three-point game. Time's up. So this should be the last point.
Temporary platform made out of bamboo. That is the only thing. Where else will you put? You have net in between if you go upper.
Some wonderful play from Titans. Two back-to-back points.
Great play
Fantastic.
by them. Under pressure.
Titans look like a team with some sort of urgency here.
Come on, Bulls, let's go, Ravi, come on.
Bulls getting open support here in the game. As Tohin gets ready for the pull.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. To win with the pull. And this is the last point, irrespective of the game. Titans have won it. Irrespective of the outcome of this point, Titans have won it. But this is the last point. That's as per the rules.
Ram is out of the field and Parth is into the field. Parth is the fastest runner in the CO24.
Exactly. I think he won last week's sprint competition.
100 meters. He came second right after Adil, and Adil is also part of Titans.
Of course. This is an amazing fast running lineup that's working beautifully for them. I think what has worked for Titans in this game is they have shut down Anita, who scored 5 points, and Shantanu is playing out of his skin to get his team out of the line. He's limping, he's crawling, he's doing everything in his might to just keep going. That's great spirit from Shantanu and Tuhin. నేనేస్తా Tuhin with the disc, Ravi on upline, and oh, that's again number 9 core 20 player. That's it. Daulat, bhag! And the score. So that's the game, guys, and Titan has won it at 9-7. It was a 2 point game, very hard fought 2 point game.
Commentary खत्म थे इंसान.
Alright, we are done
What
for
are your
this
thoughts
game,
about the
guys.
game?
It's a 2 point game, and they're doing high fives, but Titans look entirely different unit. Their game plan was very different from how they played the first game, and I think Bulls took their time to figure out what was happening to them. But I think credit to Titans, Shantanu gave his all on the field, and Twin got ample support from Ram and Shantanu to make them cross the line.
Do you think Titans was more aggressive in this game than game 4?
I don't think so. I think they were more. It felt like a unit. It felt like 6 of them playing rather than 3 of them playing in the earlier game, and I think that made the difference. Uh, I think Bulls will come out of this defeat. Again, Bulls have one game to go. I think if they win that game against Hurricanes, then the finalists could be in a real. There could be a point difference that will be coming into play. Let's keep our focus on Nizams versus Hurricanes. Nizams
But before that, what do you think worked for Titans, and what do
what
you think
worked
did
for
not?
Titans is they played as 6 people together rather than 3 people together. 3 people together is how Pani is going to play around, and 6 people together is how Hurricanes played in the first game. that this would be an interesting game, Hurricanes versus Nizams. But Titans just killed it in this game. Shantanu gave his all, Tuhin gave his all, Ram gave his all, Dhwani gave her all. I think the presence of sprinters who were not there in the previous game, Dhwani, Adil, who's this guy? Last year's ISL, Pujit. Yeah, so these guys came in and made the difference, and I think that has worked out for the Titans. They spend their time before the game to strategize and work out, and that worked out for them.
Could you share some thoughts on Bulls? Like
Uh,
what
Bulls have, yeah. So Bulls have, uh,
Bulls have?
come to the camera. Acha. Come. You are the guy.
Yeah, Bulls.
So I think Bulls were little lost on the strategy piece. I think initially in the first half, Shantanu was marking Ravi, and that was not expected. So that also had a advantage to Titans because there was Tuhin outside of this whole system to just make those throws and get that game going. So that worked out for Titans. And
Let's talk
I
about
think
the momentum of Bulls. Bulls, for the first game, they were almost winning, but then they lost to Nizam, and this game they've lost comfortably. What does it mean for them to go
I
forward
think the
with this?
gameplay for Bulls remained the same. It was Ravi and Adil handling, and the other four getting the disc. What didn't work out for them is, I think one of the female players, I don't know if it's Dhwani or Shreya, they took out Anita completely off the game. If you remember the previous game, Anita had 5 scores in the end zone. That didn't happen in this game at all. So they had to reinvent what they were going to do. And kudos to Titans to shut down their female players who are really, really good. I think Abba got a point, but that was really good point to score for Abba. But that's the only difference that I could see. Their female players were shut down. Bulls female players were shut down by Titans, and that made the difference. Because in the previous game, Anita scored 5 points, and this game she didn't score many. She was a great reset handler. I think that change in strategy really worked out for them. I think the fresh legs of Bunny, Adil, and who else was there?
Dollar.
Daulat is Bulls for
Titans.
and Pujit. So Vani, Pujit, and Adil really turned the game around. Kudos to them to figure that out in such short duration. This is a well-deserved win for Titans, and Bulls have a tough game coming up tomorrow against Hurricanes, which they would be hoping to win, and that would decide our finalists.
So
So
the next match today, like it's against Hurricanes and
Hurricanes and Nizams. Nizams will be playing with 4 people. Close it.
So this is this game. Thank you to Abhimanyu and Surya for being
Abhimanyu
part of
is due
this.
to get married in September.
Please come to the wedding. Please felicitate the occasion, and hopefully we'll see you there. But this is the close of this game. Thank you for watching it. We'll catch you for the last game of the night, which is going to be Nizams versus
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes.